commemorated with a new series of quarters.
Good morning and thank you very much for joining us. I am Iyori Folani. Okay, let's look at the controversy. Let me use that word that was started when Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso of the NNPP, the New Nigeria People's Party, made the allegation that the North was being shortchanged. Not that he used those particular words, but the North was being undercut in development projects, especially road projects. So we'll look at that today. Of course, he's been answered. That is, his statement has been responded to copiously, in particular by the Minister for Works, Senator Engineer David Umahi. That's if I were to give you a detailed analysis, there actually is more going on in the North than in the South. But I don't know why he said it in the first instance. He has, and we've been looking at it. The overwhelming statement from the authorities, from the federal government, is that it can't be factual. It is not factual. And as I said, David Umahi has provided copious evidence. He released that statement on the 26th. As I said, it's a very, very detailed statement where he's chapter and verse of all the things that are going on all over the country. And when you look at it like that, then it's for sure, it can't be the truth. Okay, one of the gentlemen who will be looking at this subject matter with me is Mr. Shehu Bashir. Mr. Bashir is a lawyer. He's also an APC stalwart. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's good to see you again.
It's indeed. But this time we're looking at each other live.
The other time it was
yeah, it was remotely from our Abuja studio.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's the first person who will be talking with us about it. Also, we don't want to keep him lonely. We have remotely Mr. Aliu Haliru Bunza. He's the Secretary, Northwest Youth Stakeholders Forum. A fine morning to you, Mr. Aliu Haliru Bunza.
Hello, good morning.
Aha, good morning. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure. But as soon as you responded, I was now sure that, yep, you could hear me. Thank you very much for coming. And a fine morning to you. Okay, in studio here, as you heard me introduce Mr. Shehu Bashir, APC stalwart. Okay, maybe we have a lot to unpack. Even if we were to stay on Senator Umahi, so David Umahi's statement alone, we would need more than the program. So copious was his statement. So if I were to start off with you, Shehu, what the North is stand behind?
Yes, sure. Absolutely. Well, before I go into the details of what the federal government has actually done,
Sure.
I think we need to say this emphatically. It is the most important thing for us to say. We need to actually admonish our northern elders and our northern, political fathers that this is not the time for anybody to politicize development.
Okay.
And it's not the time for anybody to gaslight the national interest based on personal political interest. Mm-hmm. We don't need any incendiary comments or statements simply because anybody wants to score political points. We should be very objective. Politics is not about selfishness or interest, as they say all the time. We should be very, very objective in our opinion expression, in analysis, if not for anything, for the sake of Nigeria and national security interest. Having said that, I don't know why people just want to lie just to be seen to be good. Okay, nobody has actually, succeeded in line, at least for a long time, as it is. Whatever it is, let's be very, very factual. You made reference to what the Honorable Minister of Works, released, And there's nobody that can actually fault that. Development is not a mirage. It is what we can see. If anybody is faulting that, is saying that is not true, please go around these places. I travel by road. Most of the time, I travel by road because for me, I'm flight phobic. So it's much more safer for me to go by road. These places are not where you cannot visit and go. So it's not like a mirage. Everything that the honourable have said in this, I said in this release, are the truth. Okay. Nothing but the truth.
Let me just, at this stage, before I go over to Aliyu, let me just say that we're crossing over to Kaduna. We will still continue with our program where the president is in attendance at an important ceremony. So, yes, so thank you very much. That's that. We can go over to Kaduna. Okay. So those who are able to watch it, we are watching it, and those that continue to see it, see the program here, that's because they are watching it, on a number of our other channels. You can also you can catch us on our YouTube channel as we are. So let me now go over to Aliyu Bunza, Secretary of the Northwest Youth Stakeholders Forum. So, Aliyu, so how do you see it? This statement? Yeah, please go ahead.
Well, to me, I had the statement of Honorable Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. He's a great figure and a leader in his own capacity, a political figure in Northwest and North in general. And I also heard the response of the Minister of Works. I faulted the statement of His Excellency Honorable Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. To me, it's not right. A leader like him shouldn't come on media, and if he has claims, he has access to the president himself. He can confront the government. There are many channels confronting the government, matured and productive channels in confronting the government. But you don't have to come to the media and saying that. Moreover, we live in the North. I also travel by road most of the time. Let me talk about Northwest in general. I am from Kebbi State, far Northwest. I know the presence of federal government rules in my state. I know the presence of federal government rules in our region. Most importantly, the most important road now, we are all praying to be completed at the duration of 48 months, is Sokoto, Lagos, Badagry road. This is an important project for this region. This project will pass across 7 important states in this region. And the economic lifeware of this region lies on this state, most importantly. This road will pass through Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger State, Kwara State, Oyo State, Ondo State, Ogun State, and lastly, Lagos. If you come to Kebbi, this road has been constructed over a decade. It's a route. It's an old African trade route that it's the lifeware of economic development lies on this route. If you go back to the side of this road that takes you from Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina, Funtua, Zaria, Kaduna road, is very important. The people that drive on this road on daily basis are in thousands. By this government bringing these projects, dualizing those routes, is very key to our region. And I think in 2.5 years, if the government can turn over to this and make sure these roads are in good shape, it will reduce the security situation of Northwest. So these roads are key in the overall economic development of our region, because this road, this Lagos-Badagry road, is an economic route of our region. If you come to Kebbi, we have farmers Kebbi. We transport, most of these foodstuffs are being transported to the southwest and southeast. And this is the routes this farm produce always follow through. And the road is in bad shape. So if this government can give a huge contract of such a magnificent road, I think Northwest has been touched positively, and we really appreciate the government of doing that. I'm a farmer, and I know the importance of transportation. Taking your farm inputs to the market is not an easy task. And this route, every state will have a station. They will have a bus stop. And it's important. That is why country developed. But as long as we are bringing sentiment, religious sentiment, political differences in our development, that has been dragging us back over the years. So I think it's a false for His Excellency Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwaso to mention the North has been backward on road construction.
Okay. No, has been marginalized. No.
Yeah, marginalized. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, indeed. We'll come back to you. But you see, when you look at it, I'm beginning to wonder because this is a statesman, very highly experienced, very knowledgeable. And this kind of a mistake, because that's what I can call it, seeing as those who are able to answer are saying that they're being delicate about their choice of words. They're using words like inaccurate, and that's an inaccurate statement. So one begins to wonder why the statesman senator, who is well aware, and even if he was not, he could always ask his brother Senator, Engineer David Umahi, say, come, oh boy, what is it exactly that you have done? Because I want to come out with a statement. So help my research. Tell me what you've done in the North. I mean, that would have prevented this whole the splash that we have.
Uncle Yori, the intention is not to get any information. The information are all out, and he knows them.
It's in the public domain.
Exactly. The information is to incite the sentiment of the majority North. Let me be very honest with you. Just like my brother said, Mr. Bunza, it is not for him to, on figure, on fact, what is on ground. It's just for him to, incite the sentiment and the emotion of the North. Now, let me tell you what some of our northern, elders are always doing. They want to explore, or let me say, blackmail the northern majority, explore the vulnerability of the North, as if it's a North versus South thing. And it's very unfortunate. They know very well when it comes to policy matter, on fact, they can't tackle the AP's federal government. They know that. They are just looking for a way to garner, kind of love and admiration by the majority of the North. Exploiting the vulnerability. Unfortunately, I think the APC-led federal government needs to do a lot in the sense that they need to go beyond the use of English language in communicating, because this is the truth. Majority, you can hear all the noises around social media. Those that will vote are not necessarily on social media. So those that will vote, who must know what the federal government is doing, must understand that through proper communication, through the use of their local languages. Okay. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Efik, Fulani, Kanuri, and all the rest.
Full
day. Because you know what? When you write things like this, they may not even know. A lot of northern listen to radio more than anybody else. Let that communication language be in Hausa. Otherwise, if you travel to Jos, if you have gone through that axis from Abuja to Nasarawa to Akwanga to Gombe to Jos, you know how bad the road is. Now, a government that they say is not doing anything, has come to allocate nothing less than 465.
No, it's not that it's not doing anything. It's that it is doing it all in the southern axis.
No, that is not correct.
No, I'm just, correcting the error that was put out.
It's just blackmail. Because they know, once somebody hears that, they'll say, he's developing his own side. It's not so.
That's
For God's sake, the road coming from Abuja to Gombe through Akwanga, Jos, Bauchi, is that in Lagos or Oyo? No, it's in the north. The one going from the super highway coming from Sokoto to Kebbi, Zamfara to Katsina, is that in south? No. So that is why I said we need to communicate more. You see, I think there's a style of this administration, Mr. President. He's not a bragging person, kind of. Maybe probably he has a policy of not wanting to showcase anything. This is not the time to play it cool.
Well, on that point, the president himself has given his ministers marching orders.
Exactly.
Remember?
It is high time.
That,
yes.
Look, even before this outburst, that's another word that I can use.
Yes, sir.
Before this outburst by the good Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, he had given his ministers the marching orders to let the people know what you are working on.
Uncle Yori, a lot has been done, more than has been actually publicized.
A lot more.
A lot more has been done.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need everybody assigned with the responsibility of letting the public know what the government is doing. Should not keep quiet. They should actually work based on their positions. There's no point for anybody to hide behind one finger. No, you do a disservice to the government. Seriously.
You reminded me of the late MQ Abiola when you brought that proverb. He had a whole series of them.
Yes.
You can't hide behind one finger.
You cannot.
Neither can you shave an absent man's head.
In his absence. It's not possible.
Coming back to you, Aliu, what do you think is going on here? Because as I just said, Senator Musa Kwankwaso, is a highly knowledgeable man. And I want you to add the fact that until very, very recently, people were talking, the whole political rumor, gist was that Senator Kwankwaso was on his way into the APC. I don't know if that is still working, but how do you think we got from there, from that prospect, that, he might be coming to the APC, from the point of view of members of the APC, to this whole situation where he is having to be denied, rebutted, his statements are having to be rebutted by the federal government. How do you think we arrived there? Go back to that whole place where the idea was that Senator Kwankwaso was on the way into the APC according to negotiations.
Well, maybe the negotiation is not favoring him. Maybe he has been quiet, thinking that he will fall down into the same party, the APC governing party. Maybe the negotiation is not in his favor, and finally he think, okay, it's not in my favor, let me come out and continue my struggle as a presidential candidate of my own party. I think that is more reason why he came out with this false accusation, because I called it false if you don't want it. Because I'm an indigenous of Kebbi State, and I know the presence of federal government roads project in my state. We have 3 key major roads that have been bothering the existence of peace, security, and economic development of this my state. There are roads that take you from Gadazema to Zuru to Rijau to Kontagoro Road. It's a very key important road. It's a federal government road. It has been neglected over a decade. People have not been following that road. They have changed channel, taking a long distance road by quoting serious economic markets, serious robust market along that road. It is now been given, a contract has been issued and work has started, and the road is about 62 kilometers road, and we're enjoying that. There is a road that takes you from Yawuri, from Malanga to Wara Road. It has been awarded by this government, present administration, and the road is in progress. The work is in progress. It has reached about 50 to 53% work in progress. And see, this road that is being constructed now here in Kebbi State. It was a federal government road from Koko to Zuru. Zuru is a key local government, one of the strong pillars of Kebbi State. So there is a road about 87 kilometers. It's a federal government road. While the state government was so eager to construct that road, our magnanimous governor went to the president and seek approval to construct that road. Then the federal government will pay back the money. Right now, 3 companies are there in the site. The road is almost 30-35% work in progress, and so if Musa Kwankwaso tend to forget,
if the government was not being,
let me finish up.
You please 1 second. I'll be right back to you, Mr. George in Ikeja. Good morning.
Good morning, Eric, and good morning to our guests.
Yes.
Good morning. Uncle Yeri, what Kwankwaso said, I'm not very sure he said so, but be that as it may, I think the whole episode is lesson driven. What do I mean? It means us that the president, that are working with the president, they seem to be shying away from publication of what they are doing. In politics, no one can blow your trumpet for you but yourself. And it is what people know about that they use to judge you. What has happened now Can anybody do it to Minister Wike? They cannot, because everything he does, he puts it in the public domain. Nobody can come out and say Minister of FCT is not doing well. There will be somebody to challenge him within 5 minutes that it's not true.
Yeah.
I know he's doing well. Now, they have done it to a wrong minister.
You can't even you can't even do that with the Minister of Health either, for example.
Or internal affairs.
Or internal affairs.
Say it again, Uncle Yori.
I said you can't do that to the Minister of Health, and my guest added, or the Minister of Internal Affairs and a number of other ministers.
Minister of Aviation. You can't do
yes,
it to those
you
people.
can't do. Thank you.
Now, the woman he has the information about what he's doing on his fingertips. I used to wonder how
That's
he
right.
moves. In the morning, you will see him at Oshogo. In the afternoon, you see him on the same day, you will see him at Kaura Namoda. So I used to wonder, how does he move around these places? So, but the publicity aspect of it, they don't want to pay money to people like Okuyori's company. They have to know that information is not cheap. Publicity is
It does cost money.
You have to make what you are
Publicity
doing
does cost money.
The
Uncle, it's very
president
expensive.
drive it against to his ministers to let us know what they are doing. The other day, the Minister of State for Health came to this program, and I was surprised at the information she was reeling out. Say, you are doing all this and people are not aware. So they have to blow their trumpet. Nobody will blow it for them. In politics, it is what you have done that people use to judge you.
Okay.
Not what you think, it's not what you think that they use to judge you.
Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. George. Aliyu, let me come back to you because I had to interrupt you and I saw that you were anxious to continue, but I had to get that phone call so that we don't miss it. So,
as I was saying earlier, His Excellency Senator Rabiu Musa Konkoso tend to forget we're in a digital world. All these projects, as rightly the caller said, but to me, I have been following the social media channels of Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. So every step of their project, I have been seeing it. Every visitation, I see them live. So that is why I'm more conversant with the information. So when I heard the statement of Rabi Musa Konko, I said, no, this is false. It's inaccurate. Maybe they have fed him with false information. He didn't take time to do his own research. But truly, this government had touched the northern part of the country positively. Let me go back to history. When President Buhari took over 2015 from former President Goodluck Jonathan, he inherited number of road projects, and when he appointed the then Minister of Works and Housing, His Excellency Rajit Fashola, he mandated him that no new project should be executed. Let them finish and complete the inherited project. And some people in the north started shouting, see, this our son has turned his black eye on us. He's working in the south. How can you inherit projects? Government is a continuous exercise. It's a continuous process. How can you inherit roads and just abandon them and award new roads? It's not right. And this government also inherited roads from the previous administration of like President Muhammadu Buhari. They continue completing those roads and then awarding new roads, touching the 6 geopolitical zones of this country. You can't dispute that fact. Go as my co-guest said, you should go and visit these roads. Most of them are flying all over the country. They don't drive through the roads on this country. We, the youth that drive through the roads, will tell them the actual situation of the roads of this country. This government has done very well, and this government is doing very well in infrastructural development. Most importantly, in road construction projects. In my state, we have enjoyed it. There is a road, let me go back to it. There is a road that has been in existence about 60 years ago that leads from Elera to Sokoto, to Argungu, to Kangiwa, to Peka. There is a border between Nigeria and Niger. And it's an important road. It's a border that business activities is taking place 24 hours in a day. The road has been in bad shape. But now the road is under construction, serious construction. If you can go there, you will see how the road is now and how it was before.
Hopefully the aides of Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, if not he himself, will be hearing all of this. And it won't even be now, because very shortly.
He's just turning a blind eye on that, as my co-guest.
Okay. All right. Let me bring on Mazi Okoroafo. Good morning, Mazi. Mazi Okoroafo.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, our guests in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah,
good morning,
Mazi Okoroafo from Africa. Honestly, sir, when I saw Alhaji Senator Kwankwaso talking about marginalization, I started laughing. Now, let's go back to history, today in history. The North, that from 1960 to date, the military regime, who are the people? You see, not the Northerners. 30-something years of military in this country, the Northern Nigeria dominated. In short, they are in charge of everything. Nobody complains. You come back to civilian regime, the same North. So what of it? It's not even, you should be talking about, that is a sympathy to people from Eastern Nigeria. That no Easterner have come to be a state of state in Nigeria. He's talking about that they are being marginalized in one sense. Now, during Buhari, all the universities that were created that time, transportation, military, is it not in the North? So what is he talking? Okay. The highest military school we have, is it not in the North? What are it? I don't know. So when people say that they say the North is marginalized, I start asking, what is there in the Eastern Nigeria? Let also tell us, what is the any establishment that is in that Eastern Nigeria today? The North has dominated everything. Now, the pendulum has just come. It's not up to 8 years or 4 years that somebody outside from North is coming to the head of state and is complaining. So it's not. Are they the only people that have this country? It's not possible.
Okay.
So you sit down.
So you disagree?
I'm saying that if I have my way, all these elections they are talking in Nigeria, all the elections should be in one day. Whether Senate to House of Reps to governors, anything you call it the president, all of it should one day. Enough to allow other zones to come in power. Because Nigeria is made for Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba,
and everybody else. And everybody else, for that matter, beyond those three major ethnic groups that you refer to. But thank you very much, Mazi Okoroafo. I'll go on a quick break now. Do please stay with us. We'll come back, continue this conversation with our guests in studio, and also keep taking your calls.
The Inspector General of Police has met with senior officers to review the state of security.
We are continuing our coverage of the arrest of Godwin Emefiele.
The Senate has summoned the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to properly brief the Senate regarding the state of the economy.
What I will never take.
Let's now bring you more development from Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, where an explosion has taken place. Tell us about this incident.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Okay, welcome back. And I hear that we have on the line, we have a caller on the line, AIG retired Olatoye Durosimi. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning.
My contribution is that I like the Kwankwaso statement. It's more of a friendly fire. A fire from the friendly force. This pronouncement from him has elicited so many comments, thereby advertising the government for they refuse to tell the world what they are doing in every part of the region. For instance, bringing together the two exchange systems, which make more money available, and the cancellation of fuel subsidy make money available. People are using that to campaign against the government, but the government should be able to tell the world that if not for those two decisions of the government, there wouldn't have been money for states to execute most of their projects. And in the last 2 years, no state has actually had a problem of finance. So the same thing, what the government is doing in every part of Nigeria, especially the Minister of Works, is great. But somebody should be ready to advertise it. With that statement now, the whole world now knows there are more projects in the north than any part of Nigeria.
Yes.
And that's
yes.
my contribution.
Thank you very much.
Advertise what they are doing.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much. AIG retired Olatoye Durosimi. Thank you for calling in. It's interesting that he described this whole
friendly fire
as friendly fire. He used, I think it's a military terminology. And you see, yes, it is when accidentally you actually shoot someone from your side.
Yeah, it's like itching you to talk more.
Something like that. But friendly fire can be dangerous.
If you have a bulletproof, you can dodge it.
And I think probably continuing with this analogy, I think the federal government has the bulletproof of a performance, of a performance bond, a performance list. Because the Minister of Works, he wasted no time in putting out, if that was friendly fire. Immediately.
I don't want that good thing. These three callers have actually called, if this was a feedback to assess the consciousness of Nigerians about what the government is doing, one should be fulfilled. It shows Nigerians are, following.
Yes.
Irrespective of where they're coming from.
No, they're on the ball.
They have the fact, they have the data. So, based on what the last person said, the Kwakwaso matter, you asked the question to my other brother there, that is Kwakwaso coming to APC or not?
Yes.
He must have actually try to pitch the federal government so that the world will know what we are doing. Okay, maybe I'm not speaking enough. You guys should speak up. And to be honest with you, in fairness to him, he has helped us because majority did not even know this.
The extent of these road, road works.
How old I know that 1,068 road construction is going on in the north, 465 at another place, 105 at another place. Those are massive road constructions. So if we were not pitched, maybe we would not have spoken anything. Thank God I actually alerted us. And we're actually on our feet, to tell the world what the federal government is doing. For me, as far as I'm concerned, there's nobody that can justifiably argue, that federal government is not doing anything in the north. In fact, they are doing more
than
in the north.
In the south.
I used to follow Lokoja Okene Road. Uncle Yori, if you follow that place, it's a dead, very dangerous road. Now that road is under construction. Okay, you can hardly travel that road in the night before. You dare not. Now the place is getting safer now because there is a construction going on there. It is not, like I said, it's not a mirage. It's what everybody can see. Why should anybody deny that truth? So we just need to say more so that the world will know that we are doing far more than they think we are not doing.
Okay, so in effect, Aliu, what my guest is saying here is that perhaps we need to be thanking Senator Kwankwaso for alerting Nigerians to that which they did not know. And it is only because the Minister of Works was now riled by his assertions that they have come to know. But I want to go back to I think it's an important matter of whether or not Rabiu Kwankwaso is actually going to come. Do you think that matter is going to come over to the APC as they were, as the news was at the time? Is it important?
Yeah, politicians are very tricky, It's not yet done. They still have 1 year and so to align, They are doing their calculation. Whatever decision a politician will take, it is a decision that will favor him, not his followers. So Rabi Musa Kwankwaso is very smart. He has blind followers, and they always believe in what he says, most especially his followers in his state. And that is what the kind of words they want from him, and that is why he's giving it to them. If you can see, as all the callers are saying, is to tell people that Nigerians are fully informed in the progress of this government, in the developmental projects of this government. And if people can, like him, can try to forget his own party and joining the ruling party, that means he has seen progress, he has seen development, he has seen the light on the ruling party. If without that plan, people wouldn't be speculating that he want to jump ship from his own NNPP party to APC. It has going on, and they have been saying his colleague, a brother, has been blocking him to join the party. We see now he's romancing the government, going close to the government, so no one can tell us what tomorrow will be.
Okay. And Shehu, they're going to have to negotiate, he's coming to join them. I'm talking about the ruling party now. As you know, Aliu started off saying, well, these people are very highly knowledgeable. For all you know, it could be a game that, look, we can't go on this smooth terrain here. Let's start something so we have something to negotiate with. But going as far as all of that friendly fire,
it must be on time.
It must be on time. That friendly fire can be quite dangerous.
Let me add to what my brother just said.
Yes.
You see, as politicians, we can sleep in Sokoto today and wake up in Lagos the following morning. So if they tell you anything now, they might just want to actually goad you one way or the other, or to even test the water and see what the public opinion against their future decision will be. So you may never know. And in policy, they say there's no permanent enemy, but permanent interest. What the interest will be on terms. So, Rabbi
no permanent friend, no permanent enemy,
yeah,
only permanent interest.
Yes, and we look at it, everybody, all the politicians, they have their own political ambitions. Those who want to have immediate execution and those who have it in the future. So whatever it is not unlikely that Senator Kwakwaso is actually warming up for whatever decision he wants to take. But for anybody to say it's not possible, then that person does not know politics and does not even know how to play politics. And it's not even peculiar to Nigeria. It is all over. Okay, you see people living Democrat today because they are liberal. Tomorrow morning they say they're preaching that with the Republican. It all depends on the interest. So the most important thing that whatever politics we are playing, we should make sure we play these politics to that extent that will bring national development and not disintegration. We should not play politics of ethnicity, religion, or any tribal sentiment, because it's very, very, very key. 2027 will come and go. Nigeria will remain. Somebody must win. Somebody must lose. We cannot, on the basis of our own political ambition, and say the country should go on fire. Those that are campaigning on the basis of ethnicity should please tarry a while. Okay? Nigeria is bigger than anybody.
Indeed.
You cannot ethnicize this election. And I'm very, very particular about this. Uncle Yori, let me tell you the truth. I said 2007 election is endangered. And you know what I mean? Almost all the people in the opposition, they don't even know how to be an opposition.
Their main concern is to just get rid of the president.
And it's very scary.
That's all.
I'm not scared of what will come out in the election because I know Ashwaji Bola is meant to win by God's grace. But I'm scared about what will come after it because they don't have any blueprint to win an election, but the blueprint to cause crisis after election.
Yeah.
So what the federal government should look up to is to make sure they have the machinery in place so that they will be able to, control any likely aftermath effect. For God's sake, how on earth will somebody be telling the whole North that this election must be for the North?
No, it won't happen.
After he didn't come in as a Southerner, he came in as a contestant. He came as a Nigerian. Those that are campaigning against Ashwaju are only trying to rest on their own sentiment. Very dangerous.
But, let me do a gentle correction there.
Yes, sir.
He came in as a Southerner.
Well,
because that was the agreement. That was the expectation.
That was the agreement on the conventional national understanding of rotational power, even though it was not written.
That is why there was so much angst against
Jonathan.
Against even His Excellency Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
Coming into it.
I don't know why you mentioned His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, but the honest truth is that he has become a serial contestant and a serial loser at the same time.
Well.
To be honest with you, I'm not seeing Atiku as a serious contender in terms of wanting to win the election. They wanted to just ignite some crisis. Because let me tell you the truth, the very honest truth. Atiku is not a special child with North. Even the North don't even like him as it is.
Well, I don't know about that. Let me. You probably are better informed.
Let me tell you what I mean.
Sure.
Almost everything Atiku has done, he has failed at them, unless he's supported by somebody else.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I mean. In the North, Buhari contested 3 times before he won the 4th time. But each of those times Buhari was contesting, you will see the potentials of him, the acceptability, the acceptance in the North. Atiku's zone is always rejection, rejection, rejection. Even in his own home state, Adamawa State, he's not in tune with his governor. Who wins an election without you having a governor, a single governor, even your own state governor? Come on, how do you do that?
Okay. What do you think, Aliu, of the much is made of the fact that, look, Kwankwaso and NNPP there, it's like it is thought, based on past performance, there's 1 million votes there. So that's why, know how politicians, you just said, they're very, very smart people. They look at all these parameters. So maybe Kwankwaso, knowing that he's good for 1 million votes, inshallah, maybe that is why he's, flexing a bit. Let people not just think that it's a done deal.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him. He has an excellent support, home-based support in Kano State. And moreover, Kano registered voters are more than 1 million. They have about 4.something million registered voters. And in the last election, he pulled out 1.something million, while President Asuwaji pulled out about 700,000 plus or 800,000 plus. Yes. So he's not in total control of Kano, but he has been using his home-based support as a bargaining chip in all subsequent elections. And that is what I assume, it's just an assumption, that is what I assume he's going to use come 2027. Because all other parties, both the coalition and all other political parties, have been in contact with him, but he has been weighing his options. He's a good politician, an excellent politician. He has been in the system for decades. He's very smart. Indeed. So he's weighing his chances and he's weighing his options. I know at the end he's going to take a very, very fantastic decision.
We'll do the right thing.
Not for his own interest, but the interest of his governor and for the interest of Kano State. Right. Come 2027, you will see wonders. Kwankwaso is very smart. He's watching with key interest. He doesn't like losing. He always like winning.
Of course, who doesn't? Nobody likes to be a loser. Over in the UK, is it Mr. Ajayi? Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. Mr. Ajayi, go ahead. In the UK. Can you still hear us? I just heard you say yes just now. You acknowledged when I mentioned your name. Can you still hear us?
First and foremost, let me appreciate you. Let me appreciate you for what you are doing. You are doing a fantastic. Can you hear me?
Very kind of you. Thank you. Yes, you're being very kind. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. Thank you. Thank you. I heard you. Thank you for your kindness. Please go ahead. Yes, I heard you. Thank you very much.
Now, okay. Quickly. Let me just chip in response to what you just said. That President Tinubu is not as a sultan. The moment he was voted and he became the president, he's no longer a sultan. He is the president of Nigeria.
Of course.
Remember, it was not only him that contested the 2023 election. It is both the southerner and the northerner. But now, concerning the opposition, Nigerian opposition's people, you shouldn't take them so serious. You shouldn't take them, because it is only in Nigeria that I see opposition behaving as if they have other countries. If you find some areas where the present government is not doing well, you need to provide solution. You call their attention to it, not by pulling them down or saying, what is Kokoso saying? What is he saying? At no point, nobody should take him serious. Even the so-called ADC. We are here, we are monitoring what is going on. I can tell you, the present president is doing fantastically well, and we are very proud of him. And come next election, 2027, the so-called opposition, I can give you for free. They won't be able to gather enough vote that they gather in 2023. So just continue with what you are doing. And please, if the president is hearing this, let him continue with what he's doing. We are watching and we are appreciating what he's doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling in, Ajayi from the UK there. This is what everybody has been saying. In fact, Mr. President himself, he referred to them, he can make light of a lot of things.
Coalition of confusion.
Well, I'm happy you said it. A coalition of confusionists is the way the president described it. So it shows that the president is not worried. He's not worried about all of this.
He doesn't have to be worried.
He's a strategist. Yes. He knows the dynamics. He knows the figures.
Unlike the opposition members.
Yes.
Politics contesting is all about strategy, planning, and yet reticence. You don't talk too much. You allow your work to speak for you. Especially if you're actually planning, not making noise all over the place. So Mr. President is actually strategizing, he's planning, he's working, and he's very optimistic that come 2027, by the grace of God, inshallah, he's going to win this election.
Indeed. Really, there's not much more to be said on the matter because we came into the conversation sort of late in the sense that this happened last week,
yes.
And so
a lot has been discussed.
Yeah.
In fact, the good thing that most Nigerians, not even the official people now, most Nigerians have actually tackled that statement.
They have.
Because they have the information that this is not true.
That's
this
right.
is not correct.
That's right. So the people have tackled the statement.
Politicians always take one thing for granted. They don't know that as Nigerians, we are rebranding our knowledge.
Yes.
That we learn every day and we are very, very informed.
That's right.
So they take us for granted for their personal interest.
Indeed. So as not to belabor the point, as I was saying, we it's almost like we're the last to come into it, but it's like we were going to have our say.
We still have our voice.
We will have our say. This morning has not had its say on it yet.
But of course, we've had something.
And so now you've heard from us. Let me, Aliu, as we close now, did you want to add anything to the fact that Mr. President has said, don't worry about it, a bunch of Confucianists, and he still says the doors are open. APC doors are still open.
Always.
For whoever is interested in still coming. Never mind what the story is that is being put out there.
No, he's right, actually. People are 100% behind him. Well, people have seen the development. They have seen the good work of his administration. Now people are more enlightened. We are so more reoriented. Our mindsets are okay now. People are judging you by your antecedent, by your records. So those coalition and other opposition is just an assembly of unhappy politicians. I kept saying that. Angry, unhappy politicians. You don't win election with anger. It doesn't work that way. You can't just come to the system that you just want to remove the president, just the president. It's not only the president in the system. You have governors, you have senators, you have every day by day, senators are decamping to the ruling party. Every day by day, reps, House of Representative members are decamping to the ruling party. Day by day, governors are decamping to the ruling party, and you are there gathering in a hall and saying that we're removing the president. We're the one that put him there. We're removing him.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No. People are now enlightened. They have seen progress. You don't just come. They work with your antecedents. What have you done before? You have held a position. You have been a minister. You have been a governor. You have been a vice president. What have you done to people that you want to come and say that you want to come back and change things? What do you want to change? What have you done before?
Yes.
So Nigeria is not a Nigeria of yesterday, where people are more enlightened. People are more informed now. In this digital world, people are more informed. They see things online. They will just Google your record. They will see everything that you have done. So there's no more lies for Nigerians, no more lies for politics, for our electorates. People are enlightened. People are supporting this government. They are seeing the good work.
Thank you very much for your insights.
So they can't say that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your insight. That's Aliu Haliru Bunza, Secretary, Northwest Youth, Northwest Youth Stakeholders Forum. And in studio here, Shehu Bashir. Any last word?
Okay. Quickly, the only thing I wanted that when Mr. Mayor was contesting, he had a manifesto.
That's right.
We call it Renewed Hope Agenda.
That's right.
If any of the opposition have anything to offer, they should tell us.
Let them
put
show
in the
us.
blueprints.
Yes, let
and
them
they should
show
stop
it to
blackmailing Nigerians.
Indeed.
We won't dash to that blackmailing tones.
Excellent. We couldn't have been put any better. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's Shehu Bashir, lawyer and APC stalwart. So we're going to have to leave it here. But do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.
In a world where news never sleeps, we're taking a giant leap into the future. We at TVC Communications are proud to introduce a new era in news broadcasting. But first, let me introduce my special friend, Olamide AI. Hi, Olamide Human. Is it time to come out yet? Yes, indeed it is. And you can bring your friends along. Meet our new AI anchors, speaking your language and sharing your stories. From English, good day. These are the news headlines to Pidgin.
Better country people, on a good evening.
Yoruba, Ekaro, Ekudede Asikoyi, Shedadalabayi, Igbo,
Ndewo, Auto Innovation, Ahambu Obada Samson Ejiro,
and Hausa.
Mutane na sanar da zuwa, sunana Raki Abdulkarim kuma kana kallon TVC News.
We are bringing the news closer to you, faster, smarter, and always reliable. And together, we are shaping the future of news for every Nigerian, everywhere. Innovation, connection, and trust. The future of news is here.
TVC News, first with breaking news. And now first in Nigeria with AI news anchors.
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia, January 15, 1929. The son of a Baptist minister, King received a doctorate degree in theology and in 1955 helped organize the first major protest of the African-American civil rights movement, the successful Montgomery bus boycott. King participated in and led marches for the right to vote, desegregation, labor rights, and other civil rights. He advocated civil disobedience and non-violent opposition against segregation in the South, influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. The peaceful protests he led throughout the American South were often met with violence. Nonetheless, Dr. King and his supporters were persistent and the movement gained momentum. Dr. King was a powerful orator. He appealed to Christian and American ideals and won growing support from the federal government and Northern White. In 1963, Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph led the massive march on Washington for jobs and freedom. The event's grand finale was King's famous I Have a Dream speech. 250,000 50,000 people gathered outside the Lincoln Memorial to hear the steering speech. In 1964, the Civil Rights Movement achieved two of its greatest successes: the ratification of the 24th Amendment, which abolished the poll tax, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibited racial discrimination in employment and education and outlawed racial segregation in public facilities. In the same year, King became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. In the late 1960s, King openly criticized U.S. involvement in Vietnam and turned his efforts to winning economic rights for poor Americans. He was a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement and organized a number of peaceful protests as head of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, including the March on Washington in 1963. He was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and thank you for joining us on TVC Midday News. We begin from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia capital, where the Vice President of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, has arrived at the venue of the second United Nations Food System Summit Stocktake for the second day of high-level engagement. The day two of the summit will focus on translating emerging priorities into concrete actions, with sessions dedicated to aligning investment, strengthening accountability, and accelerating national food systems transformation across the globe. While addressing global leaders, Nigeria's Vice President talked about the resilience of Nigeria's food system to shock and crisis. He also pointed out how the Tinubu administration turned moment of crisis into opportunities, particularly with the declaration of a state of emergency on food security. The Vice President also disclosed that the federal government of Nigeria has introduced broad policy guidelines to coordinate activities for enhanced food delivery. He said the Tinubu administration has significantly increased the strategic grain reserves and is empowering smallholder farmers, including women and youth, by giving them incentives. Meanwhile, the federal government of Nigeria has initiated the signing of a memorandum of understanding with a consortium comprising the Delberg Group and Campo Group. This is just as the Organization of Southern Cooperation chose Nigeria as the site to build its first ever South-South Technology Transfer Center for Africa. It is also proposing for Nigeria to host its African South-South Summit.
The president is determined to change the narrative, and will support him in whatever way we can for his administration to actualize our dreams. Nigeria will be the most populous nation on earth. So for me, numbers count, provided those numbers are translated into productive assets. And this is precisely what we are doing.
We envision a three-phase approach. In Ethiopia, we had 4, just to highlight, but again, I think we can accelerate things in Nigeria. So we are thinking of a 3-phased approach. The first phase would be a project design. That would be the strategic design of the program would be led by ourselves as Delberg. We've done this in now 14 countries across Africa and 10 countries across Southeast Asia. So we're quite comfortable that we can support on designing strategies that are lessons learned from others.
Is accompanying our member states to accelerate the balanced and inclusive transformation of education. Education that is not only about access, not only about quality, but education that better reflects who we are as peoples and enables us to forge the societies that we want. And in this regard, we have already launched, for instance, the OSC Scholarship Program. In an objective of creating a southern student mobility scheme.
Let's turn our attention to Zamfara State in northwest Nigeria, where Governor Dauda Lawal has approved the appointment of Abdul Kadir Ibrahim Bello as the new emir of Gusau Emirate. Mr. Bello, who is the oldest son of the late emir, ascends the throne as the 16th emir following the death of his father, His Royal Highness Ibrahim Bello, who died on the 25th of July after a protracted illness. The development was confirmed in a press statement by the Secretary to the Zamfara State Government, Abubakar Nakwada, through his senior special assistant on media, Suleiman Ahmed Tudu. The statement added that the appointment was made based on the traditional recommendation of the Emirate kingmakers in accordance with established customs and relevant laws. The new emir, Abdul Kadir Bello, until his appointment, held the revered traditional title of Bunun Gusau. Governor Lawal, while congratulating the new emir, urged him to uphold the noble legacy of his forefathers, especially as a direct descendant of Malam Sambo Dan Ashafa. And joining me on the news for more on this development is the Chairman of Gusau and former Managing Director, Zamfara State Investment Company. It's good to have you join us on the news this hour. How do you react to the recent appointment of a new emir in the Gusau Emirate?
Thank you very much for having me. Quite about 3 to 4 days ago, we were mourning, but today, as you can see, and I believe as your reporter might have reported, the whole town of Gusau is in celebration mode. Everybody is celebrating the emergence of His Royal Highness Abdul Kadir Ibrahim Bello as the 16th Emir of Gusau. This development has been received by all and sundry with happy and cheerful moment as it replicates what the people expect. Because the emergence of the son of Ibrahim Bello as the successor to Ibrahim Bello is is a welcome development as far as Zamfara are concerned and as far as people of Gusau Emirate are concerned. We are happy with the development, and all we wish for him is the legacies of his father, Ibrahim Bello, because what we see in Abdul Kadir Ibrahim Bello is we are seeing Ibrahim Bello, the 15th Emir. Right. Because it's a person that stayed very close with to the late Emir. In fact, if you are asked who is Ibrahim Bello, then Ibrahim Bello is Abdul Kadir Ibrahim Bello. The only addition you will see, the only difference you might see is Abdul Kadir Ibrahim Bello now is younger, and we expect, inshallah, better things to come to the Emirate. Everybody is happy around the town.
There are expectations that his own policies or administration style will align with that of his predecessor. But talk to us about your expectation for the new emir in terms of, peace building and ensuring that in light of some of the recent security challenges that we see in Zamfara State, that will be resolved.
Well, let me take you back some years ago when Abdul Kadir Ibrahim Bello graduated from the university somewhere around 2008-2009. Myself and the present emir, the 16th emir, together with co-allies, came up and formed what we call Youth Integrity Forum. Some of us that participated actively in student activism while we were in school. So when we graduated, we said, okay, we need to, from that level, we shouldn't leave it there at the university. Let us come and form a forum that will see to the revival or to upholding the integrity of youth of the Dane dispensation. We had challenges of youth at that very time. So we that came from the university came and formed that forum, Youth Integrity Forum. And he is part and parcel, in fact, he is the engine room of that very movement. So somebody of his nature that is used to community development, activities that are aimed at societal development, now given the opportunity to lead society, what else do you expect? You expect nothing but the best. He's a person that is down to earth.
Right.
He's a listening person. If you ask Abdul Kadir to advise you, in fact, you're there.
And we're looking forward to a peaceful reign from the new emir. I'm hoping you can hear me.
Unite the Emirate, unite the people of Zamfara, and a person that will see to these challenges we are facing as a country, or these challenges we are facing as a state. His vast experience will be put into place to see to them.
Right.
He has worked in the force before because he has worked with.
We're wishing the new emir a peaceful reign. That's a fine place to leave the conversation for now. Thank you for talking to us, Anas Lawal, former MD
Zamfara State. A successful regime. Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us. Elsewhere, rights advocate are calling for constant education and engagement with state and non-state actors in enhancing awareness on human rights and protection of children in Nigeria. Now, they say this effort will help in dismantling current challenges of resistance to change by law enforcement officers and ignorance by the masses. Kemi Foladiemo has more.
Ajegunle is a popular and bustling community in Lagos, located within the Ajeromi Ifelodun local government area. It is also the location of the latest awareness drive for the masses on the concept of human rights in Nigeria. The Crime Victims Foundation says while it continues to engage with the Nigeria Police Force on the need to end the spate of rights abuses and enhance access to justice, mass education is also critical. This move has now produced the graduation of this crop of civilian officers and the launch of the Children's Club on Human Rights.
Learning about your right makes you more powerful. Not just powerful, but it also makes you more responsible and help build a kinder and safer world for everyone around you. Every child deserves love, peace, and fairness.
That fair hearing should be accorded to any particular person, even if the person is being alleged of a criminal offense, committing a criminal offense, there should be a forum for him to now answer, to defend themselves.
If the police, the government understand human rights very, very well, the work of a lawyer or any other person will be made easy.
The speakers say education, advocacy and accountability stand out among the means to uphold the values of human rights.
Please, when you go to police station and they tell you to bring money for bail, contact our office. Take our phone number. We will recover that money for you. If they detain you more than 24 hours or maximum 48 hours, contact our office.
Due to this human rights, I can be able to relate with all the DPOs around. And whenever any case come like that, I will just call them and they will intervene.
We're planning on going to school, like teaching them about what we just learned about, how to, like, if you're being abused, teaching them on how to have your rights to say, yes, I have the right of doing this, so you cannot abuse me wrongly.
It is believed that when the citizens and governments imbibe the tenets of human rights, as well as protect children from abuse and harm, Nigeria will be better for it. Kemi Foladiemo, TVC News, Lagos.
Let's go on to TVC Midday News. We'll be back with more stories after this break. Stay with us.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thank you for staying with us. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbejokun, has decorated 28 newly promoted senior police officers with their new rank. 12 commissioners of police were promoted to the Assistant Inspector General of Police and 16 DCs to the substantive rank of CP. The Inspector General of Police asked the newly promoted officers to embrace innovative approaches to policing, gain public trust, and strengthen collaborations with the community they serve.
Today is more than a ceremonial gathering. It's an affirmation of commitment, discipline, and excellence. We are here not merely to place new badges on deserving shoulders, but to publicly acknowledge the tireless service, professional integrity, and unshaken loyalty of those who have given themselves to the service of our nation through the Nigerian Police Force. On behalf of the leadership of the force, I extend my sincere congratulations to the 12 officers promoted to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police and the 16 officers promoted to the rank of Commissioner of Police. Your promotions were not arbitrary. They are hard-won achievements, the result of consistent merit, unrelenting dedication, and a clear demonstration of leadership capacity.
We turn our attention to the National Assembly, where the House of Representatives says it remains committed to ensuring timely delivery of justice in the Federal Capital Territory. The Speaker, Abbas Tajuddin, was speaking at a public hearing by the Committee on FCT Judiciary on two bills. The first bill seeks to amend the Constitution to increase the number of judges in the FCT, while the other is an establishment bill of lower courts for the FCT with jurisdiction over civil and criminal cases and matters.
As we deliberate today, we must be guided by the larger goal of enhancing justice delivery and strengthening institutional frameworks. The importance of these bills lies not only in their legal content, but also in their potential to reshape how justice is assessed and administered within the FCT.
We all know that the federal capital is expanding every day. People are coming in. Wherever you have so many people, you expect to have some disputes. So the burden of the cases on the present number of judges is very, very cumbersome. So we want to pass this legislation, which is also a constitutional amendment, so that we have more number of judges in the FCT to have less cumbersome cases on the judges this is presently.
And my only comment will be with respect to section 16 of the printed version I have. I don't know whether it is the same with the soft copy version, but if my understanding is that there is already in place an FCT Customary Court Act, which has given powers to the FCT Customary Court to adjudicate the matters of customary court, then my suggestion is that we should expunge section 16, which gives the FCT District Court powers to apply customary laws.
The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, says his administration is committed to strengthening grassroots governance through accountability, capacity building, and a culture of transparency. The governor said this at the ongoing 4-day sensitization training for political office stakeholders and top management staff of local governments in the state. Governor Aiyedatiwa emphasized that the workshop was not just a formal gathering, but a deliberate intervention by his administration to reposition the local government system for quality service delivery.
Providing basic amenities, maintaining peace and order, stimulating economic growth and ensuring inclusive development cannot be overemphasized. However, in recent years, our local government have been confronted with myriads of challenges, ranging from poor service delivery, mismanagement of resources, low capacity for public policy implementation, to weak accountability frameworks.
The solution for improved service delivery and community development. The Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs is fully committed to providing the necessary support and guidance to all local government areas. We believe that a well-informed, well-equipped, and highly motivated local government workforce is indispensable for achieving our collective development goals.
Let's turn our attention to Kaduna State, where residents of Sabon Tashan in Chikun local government area have dismissed talks about the strength of the African Democratic Congress coalition in the state, declaring the unwavering support for the All Progressives Congress ahead of the forthcoming election. They stated this during a community gathering where they also expressed appreciation for the repair of the damaged electricity transformer, an intervention funded by the APC flag bearer for Chikun Kajuru Federal Constituency, Fidelix Bagudu. For weeks, the community had been in darkness, with residents raising concerns about how the Black